So, guys, today I am going to share another story with you that deals with what I like to call crazy relationships. And ironically, it is pretty similar to one of the cases that I've talked about previously. Um, I do have my Hi guys, so welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, welcome. I'm so glad to have you. If you like this type of content, I would really appreciate if you would subscribe to my channel and like this video, thumbs up if you like this type of content. That just lets me know that pretty much you guys are into or interested in what I'm sharing, and I will be more than happy to bring you more stories like the one that I have today. So, guys, today I am going to share another story with you that deals with what I like to call crazy relationships. And ironically, it is pretty similar to one of the cases that I've talked about previously. I do have my glass of wine here because like I've said in past videos, these stories are doozies, and I definitely need a glass of my Blackstone Merlot to, mellow out the mood. So, ladies and men, we have got to be careful about the people we are dating out here in these streets, because some people just are not wrapped too tight. That's just the easiest way I can put it. I mean, I don't know. So this case is about Ayanna Nneka Smith. Ayanna disappeared on January 21st, 2017. She was last seen on West Brunson Street in Enterprise, Alabama. Ayanna was just a baby, or what I would call a baby. She was only 26 years old, a mother of two. She was born February 5th, 1990. So today she would be 30 years old, basically in the prime of her life. On the day of her disappearance, she was traveling to Dothan, Alabama to get her CNA license. Dothan is about 30 miles from Enterprise, Alabama. On January 21st, 2017, the evening of her disappearance, witnesses say they heard gunshots in the parking lot of the apartment complex where Ayanna lived. Now, I searched everywhere high and low to try to find out where this apartment complex was. None of the articles really indicated. So all I know is that the account, witness accounts say that they heard gunshots in the apartment complex where she lived on the night of her disappearance. Later that night, witnesses also saw her boyfriend, Malcolm Hunter, drive to an ATM in Ayanna's car, but Ayanna was not in the car. Apparently, sometime after going to the ATM, Hunter ditched Ayanna's car, which was supposed to be picked up by Ayanna, but instead he kept the car for another day or so and then dropped it off to Ayanna's friend. Once Ayanna's mom finally got a hold of Ayanna's car, she found two cell phones, one broken, Ayanna's wallet, her medical records were tossed around the car, a black panel that belonged to a part of the car door was torn off, and Ayanna's shoes were sitting on top of it. Of course, after seeing this, Ayanna's mom called the police because, it's crazy. Once the police searched the vehicle, they found blood inside the vehicle, which was determined later to be Ayanna's. During the course of this investigation, police checked Ayanna's phone records and found that her and Malcolm had got into some sort of argument just before she ended up going missing. Later on, after Ayanna's disappearance, an anonymous tip led police to a silver handgun located in a vacant parking lot on West Adams Street and Warren Road, which was registered to Ayanna. With the help of another tip, police found Ayanna's bloodstained clothes, but at this point, there's still no indication of where Ayanna is. No one's seen from her or heard from her, and of course, they have not found her yet. On February 2nd, 2017, Ayanna, her boyfriend Hunter, Malcolm Hunter, was charged with murder, even though her body had not been recovered. Hunter, who was represented by attorneys David White and Josh Pipkin, was found guilty of murder by a jury in less than an hour on May 16, 2018. During the investigation, Hunter initially claimed he was not involved in Ayanna's murder. Then, after police continued to pressure him, asking questions, drilling into him, he said she was shot in the chest by his aunt at his aunt's house during some sort of altercation. Of course, that was not proven. They later found out that was not true. During trial testimony, one of Hunter's acquaintances, Alec Musso, told that Hunter came to his house the night of Ayanna's disappearance with what appeared to be a lifeless body of a woman inside the car. Another associate said Hunter came to him and asked him to dispose of a handgun. Of course, police, like I said, checked into the story behind the aunt and the altercation and the argument, and they found nothing. None of that was proven to be true, or they didn't find anything to verify that. So on July 25th, 2018, Hunter was sentenced to life without parole under the Habitual Felony Offender Act. He had multiple prior felony convictions that I wonder if Ayanna even knew about, to be honest. I mean, she was 26 years old. At that age, you meet somebody, you're so like, ooh, in love, or you start liking the person, you don't ask all the right questions, and sometimes you don't even know what the right questions are to ask. So I wonder if she even knew that he had like prior felony convictions. I don't know. Hunter later appealed his trial conviction, and he filed a motion for a new trial. During the hearing on the motion for a new trial, Hunter's attorney, Mr. White, said that new evidence was found which warranted this new trial. He said that while Hunter was in prison, a man by the name of Avery Metcalf just so happened to find Hunter in jail or prison and decide to admit to him that he killed Ayanna. Now, I'm just gonna let that marinate for a little bit. Because I'm wondering, how did this Avery just so happen to end up in the same prison that Hunter did, or somewhere near him, or knew how to contact him or whatever to tell him that he's the one who killed or did something to Ayanna? That just doesn't make any sense, and I'm quite shocked that Hunter's attorneys even decided to bring that kind of foolishness up. His attorneys also said that despite witnesses hearing gunshots in the apartment complex the night that Ayanna disappeared, there was no proof that Ayanna died from a gunshot because no one has found Ayanna. The motion for a new trial was heard on September 13, 2018, and ultimately denied. So I want to know what you all think. I mean, about the new confession. Obviously, I think it's baloney or crap or whatever you want to call it, stupid. Whatever dumb word you want to give it is dumb. I do also want to know, how do you feel about murder convictions when there is no body? This was an unprecedented case in this town where the jury found or convicted him of murder without the presence of a body. That's a tricky situation to me. Don't misunderstand me. I do think that Mr. Hunter probably had something to do with Ayanna's death or disappearance, and probably knows way more than what he's saying. But I wonder, how is it possible that you can convict somebody without a body? I mean, what do you think? It is very uncommon for someone to be convicted for murder without the presence of a body for obvious reasons. So let me know your thoughts. Leave your comments below. I'll try to definitely respond to everyone. This is just another case of a sad situation where a beautiful, beautiful young girl or young woman is no longer with us. Her family has not received closure, and she has children who no longer have a mother. Guys, if you want to see more content like this, make sure you please subscribe to this channel. I would love to have you as a new subscriber and a new viewer. Now back to Ayanna. Hunter and Smith had not been dating for very long. In fact, they had only started dating a few months prior to her death. I hope that one day he can come to his senses and tell Ayanna's family what truly happened, and more importantly, where they can find her remains. You know, her family is devastated and heartbroken that she is no longer here, and they do know that, or they do suspect that she is, no longer with us. They at least deserve that, knowing, hey, even if she's not alive, they at least deserve to have her home with them in whatever way that means to them. Hunter was offered a lesser plea for information on where Ayanna's body was located, but he declined to provide any information. I will say that he was very much so less than cooperative throughout this whole process. He still claims that he's innocent. He refuses to talk to investigators. He refuses to provide any additional information. I just think that in this day and age, girls and guys, we cannot be too careful when dating people. I think that we need to come up with some type of system where maybe you find one girlfriend or one dude that you trust, that you either text or phone call and let them know where you are and who you're going with, because people these days are out of their minds. Basically, they've just kind of like lost all sense of reality. So I just encourage any young ladies out there that are dating to just find one girlfriend that you trust, one girl, one woman, whomever it is, that you can tell all your tea to, and just let her know, look, I'm going out. Don't ask me a bunch of questions. I'm going to text you where I'm going, who I'm with, give them some sort of identifying information, like a tag number, or even if you can sneak in and get a driver's license, get a full name, say, hey, this is who I'm seeing these days, no judgment, whatever. If it's 2 or 3 dead people, over the course of a couple of months or at the same time, don't worry about all that. Just make sure you tell one person, who you are talking to or who you are in contact with, especially if you don't know them well enough to know what their mental state is. Well, guys, that's all for this episode. Please, please, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. If you like this type of content, I would love to have you as a subscriber. Don't forget to like this video with a thumbs up if the content is what you like. That would mean the world to me. I am embarking on this new journey, and I feel like this is where I'm supposed to be. So I just want some feedback from you all if it's something that you're interested in and that you like. I have so many plans for this platform, and I'm super excited to see what we can turn this thing into. And I, again, am 1000% focused on hopefully helping bring closure to families who need closure, families who are not being quite represented as much as they should be in on other platforms. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for hanging with me. If you have any information on the whereabouts of Ayanna, if you've for whatever reason had some sort of contact with Mr. Hunter or any of his acquaintances or know anything, please contact the Enterprise Police Department. I will leave their contact information down in this description box below. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you all so much. Thank you. Bye.